In this lesson, we're going to look at integration, but where partial fractions is required. So we'll get straight into it. It's going to be a short lesson because there's not that much to this topic. The real benefit will come from doing lots of questions to recognise when an integration requires partial fractions. So anyway, let's get on with it. So we've got this integral here between e and 2 of 14 minus 9x over x minus 1 squared x plus 4. So let's use the method of partial fractions to turn this from something that's currently too hard to integrate into something that's a bit nicer to integrate. So we've got 14 minus 9x, and at this point, actually I should say you might want to pause it and have a go at this yourself, because I think if you've followed the lessons up till now, you'll be more than capable of doing this yourself now that I've given you the clue that it's a partial fractions integration. Otherwise I'll keep going. So remember that this first term, x minus 1 squared on the denominator, gives rise to two partial fractions, x minus 1 and x minus 1 squared, plus c over x plus 4. Multiplying both sides by the denominator of the left now gives me 14 minus 9x is identical to a, and one of those x minus 1's cancels. Next term, both of those x minus 1's cancel. And the x plus 4 cancels on that one. So now summing in some appropriate values. Let's try first of all x equals 1. Which means that 14 minus 9, which is 5, equals, and the first term disappears, 5 being the middle term, and the last term disappears, meaning that b equals 1. So if we let x equal minus 4, this implies, so using the calculator, 14 minus 9 lots of minus 4 equals 50. So 50 equals, and the terms that disappear are the first and second ones. So c lots of minus 5 squared, which means that 50 equals 25c, which means that c in this case is 2. And we'll run out of nice values that are going to make terms cancel now. So let's go straight to picking a nice easy value. In this case, I'm going to go with 0. So 14 minus 9 lots of 0 is 14. Equals, and we don't know what a is, so that becomes a times minus 1 times 4 plus b, which is 1, times 4 plus c, which is 2, times minus 1 squared, like that. If we keep going, which means that 14 equals minus 4a plus 4 plus 2, which means that 8 equals minus 4a, which means that a equals, in this case, minus 2. So therefore, our integral is now the integral between e and 2 of, and we can write this a lot easier now, so minus 2 over x minus 1 plus 1 over x minus 1 squared plus 2 over x plus 4 dx. And let's go with that now. So we've got everything we need to be able to do this. Again, you might want to pause it if you've got to this point and have a go at yourself. Otherwise, let's keep going. So we'll write that out in a more integration-friendly format. It becomes the integral between e and 2 of minus 2 x minus 1 to the minus 1 plus x minus 1 to the minus 2 plus 2 x plus 4 the minus 1 dx. And remembering back to your standard integrals lesson that we did, So that becomes minus 2 natural log of x minus 1. The middle one isn't a logarithmic one. The middle one is power of minus 2. It's only powers of minus 1 that we would turn to logarithms. So this is a standard reverse chain rule. So add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, and then divide by the differential of the bracket, which in this case just so happens to be 1, so we don't do anything with it. Then we've got plus 2 natural log of x plus 4. Between e and 2, let's try and keep the answers exact, equals, and let's now sum in the limits, so minus 2 log mod of e minus 1 plus, or that's over minus 1, so we'll turn that into a minus e minus 1 to the minus 1 plus 2 log mod of e plus 4. Take, let's make those curvy brackets actually just to avoid any confusion. Take minus 2 log mod of 2 minus 1, which disappears because log of 1 is 0, minus 2 minus 1 to the minus 1 plus 2 log mod of 2 plus 4, which is then equal to, and let's simplify this. So I'm looking at these two terms here, that one and that one. I'm going to take out a factor of 2. So equals 2. So I'll write that one first. Log of e plus 4. And notice I've got rid of the modulus signs. That's because I know e plus 4 is already positive. Take log of, and again, e minus 1 is also positive. So I've taken out the factor of 2 there. Then we've got minus 1 over e minus 1. Then we've got a double minus, so a plus 2 minus 1 to the minus 1, which is 1. And looking at this here, we've got to take 2 log 6. So actually this here, I'm going to extend this bracket because this term here can go inside the factorized bracket. So we've taken out a factor of 2 and that becomes log 6, like that. And simplifying the logarithms, combining them using logarithm laws, we get 2 log, we've got e plus 4 over, that becomes 6 e minus 1, minus 1 over e minus 1 plus 1. And there we have it, partial fractions applied to integration questions. So have a go at the sheet, do a few of them.